A house cat sitting on your chest is doing something no other small mammal on Earth can do. It is vibrating at a frequency that, according to multiple veterinary studies, accelerates the healing of broken bones. Your cat is quite literally a self-contained therapeutic device, and almost no cat owner understands how the machine actually works. We are going to take apart the purr, where it comes from inside the body, why scientists argued about it for almost a century, and the specific frequency range that researchers at the Fauna Communications Research Institute identified as a healing band. Stick with me! The cat on your lap is more interesting than you think. First, the basic mechanics. A purr is not a vocalization. It is not made the way a meow is made. A meow uses vocal cord vibration like human speech. A purr uses something completely different. Inside the cat's larynx, there is a structure called the laryngeal muscle. The cat's brain sends a rapid signal to that muscle between 25 and 150 times per second econ. Each pulse causes the muscle to twitch, which causes the vocal folds to part and snap together. As the cat breathes, air passing through those rhythmically twitching folds produces the purr. In and out, inhale and exhale. The purr never stops because the muscle never stops. Here is the strangest part. That signal comes from a part of the brain called the central pattern generator. It runs without conscious thought. It is the same kind of circuit that controls your breathing while you sleep. A purring cat is not deciding to purr. The purr is essentially an autonomic loop. Once it starts, the brain has to actively stop it. Now, we get to the part most people have never heard. In 2001, a researcher named Elizabeth von Muggenthaler recorded the purrs of 44 felids across multiple species: house cats, servals, ocelots, cheetahs, pumas. She measured the dominant frequencies. The dominant frequencies clustered between 25 and 150 hertz. That range is not random. It happens to match almost exactly the frequency range that orthopedic researchers use in low-amplitude vibration therapy to accelerate bone density growth and fracture healing in humans. 25 to 50 hertz specifically promotes bone regeneration. 100 hertz is in the range, used to ease soft tissue pain and reduce inflammation. Cats purr in both bands, which raises an obvious question. Why? Cats sleep between 12 and 16 hours a day. Some adult cats push 20. That is an extraordinary amount of downtime for a predator. In the wild, prolonged immobility is dangerous. Muscle atrophies, bone density drops, joints stiffen. Every astronaut who has spent 6 months in zero gravity has come home with measurably weaker bones and a list of physical therapy appointments that runs for months. So how does a cat sleep 16 hours a day every day for 15 or 20 years and still leap 5 times its body length when it wakes up? The hypothesis is that the purr is the answer. While the cat rests, the purr runs in the background, vibrating the cat's skeleton at frequencies that maintain bone density and muscle tone, like a built-in physiotherapy machine that turns on automatically. This is also why cats purr when they are injured, when they are giving birth, and sometimes when they are dying. It is not always a sign of happiness. It is a sign that the cat is calling on the self-repair system. Veterinarians have known for a long time that cats recover from broken bones at remarkable rates compared to dogs of similar size. The purr appears to be part of why. There is a second layer to the purr that researchers at the University of Sussex described in 2009. When a cat wants something from a human, particularly food, it embeds a second frequency inside the purr. A high-pitched cry between 220 and 520 hertz, sitting inside the low rumble. That embedded frequency is uncomfortably close to the frequency of a human infant's cry. Sussex researchers played both the solicitation purr and a normal contentment purr to human listeners. The solicitation purr was rated as significantly more urgent and harder to ignore, even by people who had never owned a cat. In other words, cats discovered, on an evolutionary timescale, how to hack the part of the human brain that responds to a crying baby, and they only deploy it when they want something. The contented purr on your lap at midnight is a different signal entirely. One last fact most people get wrong. People say, only small cats purr, only big cats roar. That is almost true, but not quite. The technical line is drawn at the structure of a small bone called the hyoid, which anchors the larynx. In big cats like lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars, the hyoid is partially cartilaginous, which lets the larynx vibrate freely enough to produce a roar, but not the continuous purr machine. In small cats like your house cat, the cheetah, the bobcat, and the puma, the hyoid is fully ossified. Solid bone. That bone holds the larynx in just the right tension to make the purr possible during both inhale and exhale. A cheetah, despite weighing 120 pounds and running 70 miles an hour, purrs exactly like the cat on your couch. Same hardware, same frequency band, same self-healing rumble. So the next time a cat climbs onto your chest and starts the engine, think about what is actually happening. A bone conduction healing device powered by an autonomic brain loop running in a frequency band that orthopedic clinics charge several $100s an hour to deliver. And the cat is doing it for free on you. The cat probably has its own reasons. Self-repair, mood regulation, a 2-channel call for food. Maybe simple contentment, but the side effect on you, measurable in studies of cat owners with lower rates of cardiovascular disease and lower stress hormone levels. That side effect is real. Your cat is medicine that purrs. If you want more like this, hit subscribe. There are facts about your cat that will change how you see the animal sleeping next to you. See you on the next one.